Alright, so now that we have our all lists mutable dictionary, what we want to do inside our get all lists methods is check to make sure that all lists has been initialized. And so what we want to do is use one of our if statements, and we're going to check to see if all lists is equal to nil. Now nil is like saying null in other languages, and if it is, then inside the curly brackets, and so if it is nil, that means it's empty, so that means we need to go ahead and create an object of all lists. So this is the way you create an object in Objective-C. And then of course outside of the curly brackets, if we never entered into that area for the if statement, we're going to assume that it has been initialized, and we're just going to return all lists. Now we need to create some helper methods that'll help us modify the lists in our dictionary. So we're going to head on over to grocerydata.h and create some more methods. Alright, so now we're going to add our helper methods here, and just to save time I went ahead and typed them up, and you can of course put me on pause and type yours up. So I increased my font a little bit there to try and make it a little bit easier to read. Now we've got our helper functions here. First of all, one for setting whatever we're looking at now, so that would be our key. The next one would be to get the key. So as you can see, these are all of our set and get methods. From your object-oriented programming classes, you've learned about accessors and mutators and set and get methods. That's all that's going on here. So we're setting the key, we're getting the key, setting a list for whatever key we're working with, setting a key, and then finally a method for removing some list for a key that's been passed. And so to get these into our implementation file, let's just go ahead and copy these, go over into our implementation file and paste them, delete our semicolons, and just add the curly brackets so that we can define these methods. Alright, so now we have our implementation file set up to match with our .h file. In the next video, what we'll do is go through and add our code that will allow us to work with our data we're setting up in our data dictionary.